Hey guys, Mr. Gimran 94 here, and today I have another NU Wi-Fi battle for you guys, except this time it's with a little twist. This time I actually get off, not, like really like an epic sweep, but it's a pretty good sweep with my Pokemon Dustox here. And real quick team analysis, I have Primeape, Dustox, Manectric, Flareon, Caracosta, Tropius. He has Dragonite, Machamp, Scumgar, Gengar, Diggersby, Metagross, and Mega Mawile. So anyways, this is actually a really fun battle, and Dustox is highly underestimated. Okay, so let's get this battle going here. Okay, so to start things off, he's going to lead off with his Mawile, and I'm going to lead off with my Primeape. Now, my first thing here, okay, I had to pull off a U-turn. He gets off the Intimidate, but it really doesn't matter much to me because I'm just going to switch out anyways. So he Mega Evolves into this big, giant Venus flytrap creature thingy. And I U-turn out, because I want to be safe. I don't want to get hit by a Play Rough. And so, switch out, go out into my Flareon here. And he goes for the Play Rough, but since Fire resists Fairy type, it's okay. And so I figured, Mawile isn't the very fastest, and I could probably take one more Play Rough. So, instead of going, for the Play Rough, he actually goes for Sucker Punch because he knows he's slower. But even if, it doesn't do enough damage. And Flareon goes for Flare Blitz here, and that's an automatic OHKO on this Mawile. It got deep fried. Alright, anyways, so Flareon's gonna go down to recoil damage, and I don't know what Pokemon he's gonna bring out next. Okay, so I bring out my Primeape, and he's going to bring out his Scumgar, or Gengar. Pardon my French. So I go for a U-turn, I want to get out of there. And now I switch into my Tropius. Because, Tropius is like a complete special defensive wall, and it can take hits from miles. But it's actually an interesting player because Gengar actually goes for Hypnosis. And I haven't really seen any Hypnosis Gengar since Gen 5. So then he goes for a Confuse Ray. I'm thinking, oh no, this is going to be a real pain in the ass. So, I stay in with Tropius. I'm trying to, stall it out. He'll probably try and get some Air Slashes off on it. So then he goes for Dream Eater. And, I just keep, I'm trying to wake up here. Come on, Tropius, like, wake up. Like, that's my mentality. So, he's there, sitting there fast asleep. He actually withdraws, which I have no idea why. I mean, he could have just sat there and just spammed Dream Eater. But he actually goes out into his Metagross. Kind of an odd play. But, Tropius wakes up. I get confused. And I pull off the Protect. Because, I thought Gengar was going to go for, like, another Dream Eater. I was going to try and stall, maybe try and get my Harvest. Actually, I don't even think Harvest really kicks in until I can get lower HP. Correct me if I'm wrong. So then I get hit with Confusion. And then he goes for a Meteor Mash. I think this takes me out. I'm not too sure. Yeah, it does. He actually pulls out the crit. I mean, it didn't... I don't know, I really didn't see really much use for Tropius this battle. Anyways, I go out to my Manectric. I go out with Flamethrower, and that's going to do some pretty heavy damage to Metagross. He goes for Meteor Mash, but I actually avoid the attack, thankfully. And then he actually goes out to his Diggersby right here. And I get the Flamethrower off on it. And that's going to do pretty good damage, I guess. And then now I go for the HP Ice. Since, everyone breeds other Pokemon, I gen a few of mine every now and then. So I have that hidden power and initiative. So then he brings out his Machamp. And then I go for the T-Bolt. I'm pretty much ready to sacrifice Manectric off here. Because, I mean, I need... Manectric, you're a cool Pokemon, bro. But, yeah... So then, yeah, he gets off Dynamic Punch. I get confused. I'm thinking, oh, okay, cool. I might be able to get off another T-Bolt. No, I get hit in Confusion. You guys can imagine how mad I must have been. Rage. So, anyways, down goes my Manectric. I pull up Primeape, I go straight for close combat. I have no regrets going for this. I wouldn't even care if he swapped out into his Gengar. I mean, better safe than sorry. I didn't want to go for a nice punch, then he finished off my Primeape. Primeape, you know, was a crucial member for the team in case anything happened to my Dustox. So then he switches out into my Dragonite, you know, because he probably knows I'm Scarfed. And right here, I switch out into my Caracosta to take like whatever hit he does, because Caracosta is actually a pretty defensive Pokemon. So he actually takes it not very well, goes down to about half HP. I get O-code with a Outrage. And so now I believe he actually gets confused here. He gets confused, okay. And then after that, I bring up my Primeape. I'm going to go for the Ice Punch here. Hoping to God that he hits himself in confusion somehow, because I know Primeape can at least the last one. But he actually swaps out to his Gengar. And so I go for a nice punch on Gengar. And it does about a quarter of his health. So now I decided to switch out to the queen herself, Miss Mothie Dustox. So now I go out. Gengar goes for Hypnosis. I was actually really surprised. I'm surprised that he didn't go for like a Psychic or like a Shadow Ball, but it turns out actually his Gengar actually doesn't carry Psychic or Shadow Ball. He actually carries, you guys will see later on, this actually really helps Dustox pull off the sweep. So now I get confused and I immediately wake up. And when I immediately wake up, I go straight into my substitute because Dustox is ready to set up some Quiver Dances. And Gengar's only attack besides Dream Eater is Focus Blast. So you guys have no idea like how much that actually benefited me. So it's basically like whenever I get my Black Sludge my Black Sludge recovery, it's basically like I'm eating the Focus Blasts alive. So then, you know, I start the setup Quiver Dance. Getting really good here. I believe he goes for another Focus Blast. And you know what, like he's just going to keep on spamming this all day. Dustox is just like, yeah, hit me with all you got. I'm just going to keep on eating those. So Dustox keeps on eating those Focus Blasts for breakfast. Actually makes sense because it's 10:19 where I live right now in California. And I hit myself in confusion. I'm just like, okay, not a big deal. And he actually misses the Focus Blast. So I'm thinking, yeah, free Focus Blast. I don't even have to get hit by one. So I go for another Quiver Dance here. I love setting up this attack. It is just so much fun. Dustox is just an amazing Pokemon that just really, I don't know, I love the variety and I love the diversity that this thing packs. I mean, no one ever expects a Dustox. You know, everyone else is, you know, like they're gonna expect Butterfree, Masquerain, Vivillon, Venomoth. I mean, I really love Dustox, you know, for that specific reason. So I go for another sub. You know, like he's just spamming off. I guess he was trying to pull off a Hypnosis in case I went for a Bug Buzz. But you know what? Like I was like, nah, I'm just gonna go for another substitute in case he wants to switch. So I pull off the substitute, swaps that to his Metagross again. I go for another Quiver Dance because I'm just like, you know what? Why not? Even if he goes for Bullet Punch, I can take a Bullet Punch. So I get all my boosts off. And he goes for, actually, I go for another Quiver Dance, pardon me. And then he goes for another Meteor Mesh. And I get hit by it. The substitute breaks, I'm almost positive. Yeah, it breaks. But now, you know, with all the Quiver Dances I got up, I decided, you know what, now it's time to do a little bit of sweeping. So then I immediately go for Bug Buzz. And I'm able to get rid of the Metagross. So that's good. And then now I believe he swaps into his Dragonite. And then I think I set up another substitute because, you know, I'm trying to scout like what he does. Turns out he actually doesn't carry Fire Punch. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Now since he's locked into Outrage, I can have a little bit of fun with it. So, you know, he's just going to keep on spamming Outrage, you know, because he's locked into it. Dumb cough. And then I'm just going to keep on going for my substitute. So then he goes for another Outrage. Okay, there we go. And then now, sorry for the awkward silence right there. I'm trying to think about what I did. Okay, so now he gets confused with the Fatigue. And so I decided I'm just going to keep on spamming Substitute until he's able to hit himself in confusion, and I have that turn at pulling off a Sludge Bomb. And so he switches off into his Gengar. I go for the Substitute because, you know, I was trying to spam him into Outrage and hitting himself in confusion. So I go for another Quiver Dance here now since I know that his Gengar's out. I figure the only attack he can hit me with is Focus Blast. So, I mean, the sweep is pretty much in the box right now. So he goes for another Focus Blast. Of course, that doesn't do jack shit. So I take that really, really well. Dustox is like, I'm eating these things for breakfast, lunch, dinner, all day, every day. So he switches out Gengar, back in the Dragonite. And then I go for another Quiver Dance. You know, predicting Gengar to go for another Focus Blast. So then I go for, yeah, another Quiver Dance, get off special attack boost, special defense boost, speed boost. I keep on getting my Black Sludge recovery back, aka the Focus Blasts. So then I go for a Sludge Bomb here, and I nearly take him out. He goes, oh, and I get the Poison Hacks too. Man, he must have been so pissed off this battle, like during it. So anyways, I go, the Substitute breaks. I go for another Sludge Bomb, and that pretty much takes out Dragonite. Goodbye. So now I get my Black Sludge back. He sends out Gengar. And I'm about to go for Bug Buzz here. Goodbye, my friend. No. Surprise, surprise. He actually lives. And then he goes for the Hypnosis. So I'm just like, oh no. The Hypnosis. Now I'm going to have to deal with Dream Eater because Dream Eater is super effective. But I figured, you know what, hey. I still have Prime Up in case things happen. And so he goes for Dream Eater. I take it, you know, relatively well, you know, because of all the special defense boosts and stuff from Quiver Dance. So I'm just going to keep on. Gosh darn it, anytime you guys hear, like, those things of silence during the thing, I'm trying to unclog my throat. So anyway, he goes for another Dream Eater here. And I believe I go for the Bug Buzz while I'm asleep. I'm hoping I wake up here. I can't remember if I did. No, I'm still fast asleep. And so then he's just going to keep on spamming Dream Eater. Spam away Scumgar. Right here, I believe I actually wake up. Okay, Energy Drain, blah, 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 blah. I get the Black Sludge back. I woke up. Bug Buzz. And this is where Gengar goes down. And Dustox pretty much swept 3 of this guy's Pokemon team. And I mean, like, I am just so proud of Dustox. Dustox is an amazing Pokemon overall. If you guys are into the NU tier, I recommend using him. He's so underrated. I mean, like, you know, especially like if you want to troll somebody, Dustox is the Pokemon that you want to do it with because so many people underestimate it. But I mean, like, once you pull off Quiver Dances, it's really, really fun to use. Anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps up the battle. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Remember, if you guys like the video and like my channel, remember to fan tech that like button and subscribe. See you guys later. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys something really, really funny. Okay, so, you know, towards the end of the battle, this guy was complaining in Pimp Night stream chat because, you know, like, that's like where I get like the majority of my NU battles from is from Pimp Night stream chat. And this guy is complaining to Pimp Night saying ban Dustox and ban Quiver Dance and Substitute in the in his NU tournament. And I was just dying of laughter. Okay, that's all. Mystic Umber 94. See you guys later.